We hope you brushed up on Prison Break.
I'm getting you out of here.
And a way out. Because if you follow these 10 people's footsteps, you'll need to do your best Andy Dufresne impression and find your way out of prison. Here are the top 10 times people went to jail because of video games. Once upon a time in Grants Pass, Oregon, a man walked up to 2 county deputies, told them he was going to steal a pulled-over car, and then led them on a 40-mile-long chase. The man crashed through chain-link fences and drove the wrong way down several roads. How did this happen, you ask? A lot of LSD and a hint of GTA. According to police reports, the man was hallucinating from an acid trip and believed he was living a real-life version of Grand Theft Auto. How else would you explain the man getting spun out by a police car, trying to ram a patrol car, and, when all else failed, running into a trailer park to try and steal another car? Looks like the man won't be able to play GTA for a while, since second-degree criminal mischief, third-degree escape, driving under the influence of toxins, and reckless endangering are not even half of his charges. In France in 2010, a man took the words CounterStrike into his own hands. After losing a knife fight in the game CounterStrike, Julien Barrault spent 6 months plotting his revenge in real life. After finding out that he only lived a few miles away, Barrault made his way to his enemy's house and stabbed the man in the chest. According to reports, he missed the man's heart by less than an inch. Barrault was arrested within the hour and admitted to the cops that he had wanted to see his rival wiped out for killing off his character. He spent 2 years in jail for grievous bodily harm and underwent psychiatric and anger management therapy. At sentencing, the judge said, "You're a menace to society. I'm frankly terrified of the disproportionate reaction you could have if someone looked at you the wrong way on the street." In 2013, a boy named Justin Carter was playing League of Legends. When he went to Facebook to make a comment he would forever regret. Apparently, in a conversation with other gamers, jesting that Carter was insane, the boy sarcastically agreed and commented this: "Oh yeah, I'm fucked in the head, alright? I think I'ma shoot up a kindergarten and watch the blood of the innocent rain down." Though he commented after with LOL, JK, a woman on Facebook took his comments at face value and notified law enforcement. Since he lived near an elementary school and a school shooting had taken place only a month before, Carter was arrested and placed in jail with bail set at an astounding $500,000. After they searched his house and found no weapons, an anonymous donor emerged to pay his bail a few months later. 5 years later, his attorney was able to argue down to a false report misdemeanor, which means he's no longer a felon and will no longer be classified as a terrorist for the rest of his life. In July 2016, Pokemon Go became a worldwide sensation. Later that same month, a Russian law began to prohibit people from playing in certain locations, such as places of worship. YouTuber Ruslan Sokolovsky took issue with this and decided to film himself playing Pokemon Go in a church. The video, where he claimed to be unable to catch the rarest Pokemon of all, Jesus, went viral and his channel caught the attention of Russian authorities. He was later brought to trial and convicted for inciting hatred and offending religious sensibilities. He was sentenced to 2 years and 3 months in prison and ordered to remove 9 of his videos from the internet. So while the Pokemon Go ban may have initiated his actions, it was his decrying of Jesus that did him in at the end. Ever wanted to destroy the little twerps that beat you online? Well, Carlen Mateus of Romania sure tried. In 2010, after the launch of the Cataclysm expansion pack, Carlen found himself angered by a player he regularly competed against. Unable to beat him in-game, Carlen launched a DDoS attack on Blizzard's servers. With a huge increase of traffic and requests, the system became inoperable for thousands of players. Government officials eventually found him out and had him extradited to the United States. He ended up paying the $30,000 it cost Blizzard to fix the servers and spending 6 months in a federal lockup. Looks like we all can't be Mr. Robot. PUBG Mobile has become a huge hit in India. Maybe bigger than some would like. The country's history with video games is relatively light, but its history with PUBG is already deep. Apparently, 2 men died walking into an oncoming train while playing the game. And one of India's largest newspapers declared PUBG an epidemic, claiming it turns children into psychopaths. In response, PUBG released an update limiting Indian players to 6 hours of daily play. Some cities have decided to ban the game outright. In Western India, as many as 16 people have been arrested for playing the game during the ban. Their phones and other belongings have been seized and will be given back after court proceedings have concluded. With over 200 million mobile downloads and over 30 million daily players, it looks like there are a lot more psychopaths out there than we once thought. FIFA microtransactions suck. Let's just get that out of the way. And though we applaud somebody giving it right back to EA, it doesn't change the fact that what these guys did is super illegal. In 2016, a group from California built a program which logged thousands of FIFA matches within a matter of seconds, thereby crediting their accounts with FIFA coins they had supposedly earned from gameplay. Amassing a fortune in FIFA coins, the group went on to the black market and sold over 16 million to dealers in Europe and China.
Well, congratulations.
The group was convicted of wire fraud and is alleged to be part of a hacking ring called Rain Developments, which is said to have stolen software from Microsoft, Activision, Epic Games, and Valve. Claw Games and Barbercut Games don't play fair, that's no secret. But not playing fair in return has its limits. In New Hampshire, a man schemed to steal Nintendo Switches and 3DSs from Barbercut Lights was ended by a hostess from a nearby restaurant who noticed that he was sending his toddler inside them to retrieve items. The hostess said she heard 2 people talking about how unsafe something was across the way, and all of a sudden she saw a toddler's head pop out from the front of the machine. Local police posted this video, and after receiving numerous tips about his identity, the father ended up turning himself into police. The waiting game now starts for the Hollywood remake of this epic heist. In 2016, 45-year-old Kevin Lee Cove from California pled guilty to wire fraud and money laundering, having been caught for stealing almost $5 million from his employer. Cove worked for Holt of California in their accounting department, which explains his access to the money. The most upsetting part of this entire case was his decision to spend approximately $1 million of that money on the awful Game of War mobile game, best known for those Kate Upton Super Bowl commercials.
It's where your dreams come to life.
Cove still awaits sentencing but could serve up to 40 years in prison, paying hundreds of thousands of dollars in fines, and pay twice the value of the property involved in the money laundering, a princely sum of $9.6 million. It all goes to show you what happens when you start paying for microtransactions on mobile games. A few people on this list are truly awful. This man is a criminal visionary. In September 2018, a 19-year-old from Nice, France, pulled off the great PlayStation fruit heist by placing a brand new PS4 on a fruit weigh station, printing a €9 price tag, and using self-checkout to make his way out of the store. With his expensive toy in hand, the boy sold it for €100 in order to pay for a train ticket. The sweet taste of victory would turn out to be his undoing. He was sentenced to 4 months in prison, but the sentence was suspended, meaning he will only have to serve time if he reoffends. We hope this deterred you from doing senseless crimes. But if you end up embezzling money, do us a favor and don't spend it on Game of War. See you next time.
Terrorists win.
Rise and shine!